Hey, what's up guys? Eva back again, another action figure review. We're looking at the Amazing Spider-Man Mafex comic version number 075, 6-inch figure. My first Mafex figure ever purchased, ever reviewed. Here it is, Ghost of Spider-Man. And this is Mafex's first time going into a comic style figure for their Marvel figures, and this is really cool. First and foremost, the packaging style is very nice. This is looking good just to collect in the box. Where are my mock collectors at? I like the way they made it look like a comic book. That's very nice and clever of them on the side of the box. The font style and everything, the way they made it look is nice. The back side shows the figure and the accessories that he comes with. Still with that style, the colors are nice too. There is the other side. Also want to show, once you take the figure out with the clamshell, the backdrop of the box itself is this very comic drawing of just a city of New York City, I assume. As I mentioned, I never liked Mafex. I just felt like their figures were just not that great. Just the face sculpts weren't that great, and just overall, they never released anything that excited me to, enough to go pick it up and buy it. Not even for a review, so I just never got into it until now. Of course, as we see, we have the Amazing Spider-Man by Mafex, and it looks good. I really do like it. A lot of people are comparing it next to the McFarlane Spidey. Now, I never did own that Spider-Man, but from my understanding, it is the best Spider-Man Legends figure out there, or Legends scale figure out there. But anyway, let's move on. He comes with several accessories. This retails for about $65 in Japan, plus shipping. Once it gets to the States, it's a little bit more pricey. So it's around the $80–90 range for the US retailers. We do have X-Men figures coming up from Mafex. So we have a comic version of Cyclops and Wolverine well on their way, looking very, very good, and I have those pre-ordered as well. So if they keep going with these comic figures, making them look as good as they look, I will keep buying it for sure. So enough talking, let's get into the Mafex Spidey. Comes with the accessories, as I mentioned. Just take a look at those right now. As you see, packed in, he has the open hands right here, just the open calm hands and normal feet. And I say that because he comes with an alternate set of feet, which is quite surprising. And that is actually because they put magnets in these feet. So if you ever want to stick him on a refrigerator or anything that is metal, of course, or magnetized, you can do so and have him just chilling on a wall, without him falling. He also comes with magnetic hands. So these alternate hands are to go with these feet, so therefore he can hold himself on any magnetic surface that you want to place him on. So we do have this head. This is the head that is packed in with the figure. We get this alternate head with it, so the eyes are different. And then we have a third head, which is the unmasked Peter Parker head. Now, not the best Peter Parker head in my opinion. It's alright. It's got digital printing there, I can tell. Got some pixels in there, I can see. But overall, it's okay. It's not anything amazing, in my eyes. We do get a mask just so he can hold, so that's nice. We get a pair of web slinging hands, a pair of open hands so you can wall crawl or crawl anywhere you want. There's a pair of fists and a pair of web swinging hands so you can grab the webs. And he comes with a lot of webs, so we get two short ones here. This one actually came a little warped in the package, but they're all just white, so nothing crazy, no shading or any other color, just white plastic there. You can see they use the method that almost everybody uses, where it loops around the wrist, so you gotta take the hand out and then you put the hand back in with this there, and that holds it in place. We get a longer version of those. We get this web here, and it took me a minute to figure out why it has this L shape. And this is when he is swinging and his arms are down. They actually have a picture. Better to show the picture than explain it. So when you get him into that pose right here and the webs are down, his arms are down, then you can use this piece here. And here's our final web piece. So we get this little web where I guess there's a peg hole, and the only thing I can think of here is It does come with this little stand piece that can fit in there, and then he also does come with a base and a stand, so I assume this is to hold it in air because it's just gonna droop down, maybe. So there's one more look at him with the regular head on, and there's a look at him with the alternate head, and there's a look at him with the unmasked head. This one's a little weird because he comes with his own neck piece, of course, to show the skin in the costume, half and half, but the costume's actually a different shade of red, so it doesn't go well with the torso because the torso is shaded a little dark there. It's got some shading, and this is just too bright, so I did notice that part there. It's very minor, but it's still noticeable if you look at it. So paint wise and scope wise, it looks pretty good. I like the paint, I like the shading within the lines for sure. You see every line is shaded, and then we get a little bit more shading on the abs going onto the back, some more shading. The blue is also shaded too. It's almost like a metallic blue almost, but it does look good. Overall, the paint looks good. The sculpt is fine with me. Really can't say anything much about it that's wrong that I can think of right now. I really can't see anything. So I also do like, I noticed now that with the elbow joints, they managed to paint the joints two different colors. So it's blue on this side and red on this side, which is nice because not every company does that. They just keep it one color, and sometimes they just not match at all. But that's not the case with this one. Anyways, the articulation, let's get to it. We have a head swivel. Of course, it goes 360 degrees. It's on a ball joint right here. We can move it down a lot, and we can move it up. So good articulation on the head, good motion. You can tell pretty much go everywhere you want because the neck also articulates too. The arm, now this arm for some reason pops off easily on mine. That's the first thing that happened to me when I took him out the box. It's only this one though, because this one takes some force. So I don't know what happened there. Anyways, lots of range with the arms here because we get these very beautiful shoulder joints, these butterfly joints there that really get him, you know, to go inward and then outwards too before this one pops off again. There you go. So outward, see, I don't know why that one does that. Outwards just fine. The arms can go up very high, so that's cool too. And down. So we get a bicep swivel on those arms too. See? Does this happen to yours? Let me know if your right arm is super loose, or not loose, but it removes easily. Anyways, let's just deal with this arm. So bicep swivel there. We get double jointed elbows that bend very nice. I mean, that is as far as you want it to go. So that's good. We get wrist swivel with a hinge on the wrist. The torso, we have a diaphragm joints here. So it will swivel left and right. It will move back a lot. So look at that bend right here. You can get your maximum pose out of that. And then it crunches forward too. And of course we get the waist swivel. The leg will go forward and back. Everything is popping off on this guy. So I guess if you go too far on any, I guess, part of his anatomy, it's going to pop off. But the legs do drop down here, so they can drop down. This almost like the same style as SH Figure Arts to allow more movement on the legs right here, and then in and out. You can do a split. We do get thigh swivels. We get double jointed knees, and these double jointed knees are very nice. Good bend. And then on the ankles, we get a hinge, we get a pivot, and then we get a toe hinge on the foot. Now the limbs popping off isn't a big deal for me. Actually, I know I made it sound like it was a big deal there, but when it comes to imports, they all pretty much come apart like that. SH Figures is the same way. So if you push the articulation to the limit, it's gonna pop off, and then it just pops right back in. So it's not really a big deal. It's tight enough to the point where it doesn't annoy me. Maybe this arm could have been a little tighter. So let's check out his size next to some other Spider-Mans. All I got is pretty much Mezco and Marvel Legends. So we'll take a look at him next to what I have. So let's get started. So first up, we got the Spider-Man MCU Homecoming Stark suit. This is the Marvel Legends version, of course. And then this is the Pizza Spidey, the comic version of Spidey. on the right side, both Marvel Legends. And you see the MCU one's the shortest, then we got the Mafex in the middle, and then the Pizza Spidey is the tallest one of the bunch. Here we have the teenager version of Peter Parker and Miles Morales, both Marvel Legends. There he is next to the Marvel Legends homemade Spidey suit on the left side and the Mezco 112 Collective homemade Spidey suit on the right side. Both Marvel Legends, once again, we have Spider-Man Noir on the left and Spider-Man 2099 on the right. There he is next to the Ben Reilly Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And there he is next to the Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So that was a little Shartimus Prime tribute for you guys. So yeah, man, this figure's dope. I like it a lot. Not a big fan of Mafex, but they are really pulling me in now, and I hope they keep this up for sure. This is the start of something new and something great. Things are definitely looking up for Mafex. Very excited now, even more so for the Wolverine and the Cyclops coming up. And I definitely think that this is better than any Marvel Legends Spidey that I have. Now, those are good. Those are great $20 figures, but for what you're paying for on this guy, this is exactly what I expect in quality and paint and overall look and articulation. So I think they hit it right on the sweet spot with this release, and I'm very happy with it. Best Spidey figure of all time? I don't know. I'm not one to judge on that one. There's so many Spider-Man figures out there, and I'm not the biggest Spidey fan of them all. I'm more of an Iron Man guy, so I really can't answer that. But based in my collection, from what I have, which is 95% Legends, and I only literally have one Mezco Spidey, and that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, this is definitely the best Spider-Man in my collection right now. So before I keep talking, I'm going to end it here. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.